Welcome back to the show. I'm Mike.
I'm Kenny.
And we got a great 2026 Mule Week show for you tonight. We have the 2026 Mule Day Queen, Ava Sykes, with us. All right, so how excited are you that it's Mule Week? Is that your favorite week of the year?
It is. It's kind of bigger than Christmas in Columbia.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
All right.
Pretty big.
It is pretty big. A lot of people be coming into town. All right, so let's start, Ava. Where are you from? And let's get into that first.
Yeah, so I was born and raised here in Columbia. I was actually 6 months old at my first Mule Day, and I've never missed a Mule Day since.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. Did you go to Columbia High School?
I did. I graduated from Columbia Central in my 8th grade year at Whitthorne. So
nice.
Before that, I was at Mount Pleasant for a little bit.
Okay, cool. So I guess we're going to get into some pageant questions, right?
Okay.
So, like, what inspired you to start in the pageant process? Like, did you do things before Mule Day, or was it?
So, I never really was the pageant girl. Okay, so I played sports. I played basketball in high school. Pageants weren't really my thing, but what was my thing was my love for the community and my love for Mule Day, ultimately. And so I was like, I'm just going to go out there and I'm just going to give it a try. I had not really done any pageants. This was my first big pageant, but I did compete for 3 years before I won the title. So this year was my 4th year competing. So it does take a lot of time and preparation and work. Honestly, it is work. But I think my love for the community, my love for Mule Day, my want for Mule Day to grow, I think that's what led me to do it.
Nice. What is so, like, I know we got the Mule Day pageant and then you had the Mule Day week, but what all goes into the pageant side of things? Talk a little bit about that.
So for the pageant, we normally do like a meeting 2 weeks before, like an interest meeting, and that way the girls get to come out and learn a little bit more about it because it is kind of extensive. So then, once you decide you're going to compete, you send in like short bios about yourself and that kind of thing. That morning, all the girls, we dress up and then we have like a private panel interview, and we normally do that for about 5 to 6 minutes with the judges, and then we go into another room and we do speeches, and the speeches are super cool. Like, they say that you can do anything as long as it has something to do with Mule Day. And so these girls, I mean, seriously, like we sit back and watch all these speeches, and it truly is remarkable seeing everybody's ideas come to life. And then that night we go over to Cherry Theater and we do an introduction about ourselves on stage, and we do our walk in our dresses, and then we have an onstage question and then crowning. So
wow. Do you remember your onstage question?
Yes.
Because I was there.
The question was, she asked, "I'm a news reporter. Tell us about Mule Day." That was the question.
So did you feel like you got a good answer, or was you nervous?
I wouldn't say that it was my best answer. I wouldn't say that it was horrible, but I wouldn't say that it was my best answer either.
So it's kind of more on spot.
Yes.
Like they just ask you, and you got to come up with it fast.
We're actually in a soundproof room. Like, all the other girls are in a soundproof room. We come out one at a time and we never cross paths. So there's no way that, like, anyone else hears the question. Like, you walk out and it is only you, and that is super nerve-wracking. I will say you have to have the confidence to do that. That takes a lot of confidence, I have to say.
So give us a little example of what you said. If you can remember.
Let me think. I said, Mule Day or Mule Week is one of the best years. I said, look at where we started, look at where we are now, and I can't wait to see where we're going. Something along the lines of that.
Yeah.
It seems like it gets bigger every year. It just continues to grow. So this is kind of a more difficult question. What's the hardest part for you about pageants?
I would say it's hard to, I guess, I feel like our generation has gotten so consumed in being able to be behind a phone and talk to people, or just shoot a text like, hey, this is what's going on. But what I guess the hardest part about the Mule Day pageant is being able to stand up with confidence, say a speech, answer an onstage question, do an interview, look people in the eyes, and have those conversations. So public speaking, I think, is one of the biggest things. But
Right.
I also think that might be a challenge, but it's also kind of a positive because you learn to do that, and then you learn to grow. And then you go out and you have job interviews, and you learn how to better handle those things.
Okay. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it is.
Kenneth, do you have any questions that you think of?
Well, I was just thinking, so you said this was your first time in the pageant?
No, so this is my 4th year competing, but my very
For
first
Mule?
time, yes.
Okay.
But my very first pageant, Mule Day was my first pageant 4 years ago.
Okay,
So,
okay.
yeah.
That's pretty cool. So how does it go? Like, how many places do they place?
So there's queen, first runner-up, second runner-up, third runner-up, and fourth runner-up.
Okay.
And so they do all the runner-ups and the queen, and that's what I also love about it is it's a queen and a court, and so we get to go do all the things together. So it's not just like me; it's me and a group of girls.
Okay,
so
yeah,
not
that's-
only are you doing that, but you're making connections.
Yeah,
and like,
that's great.
for instance, like Finley, like I knew of her, but I didn't know her super well, and then we started doing the pageant last year together, and then we became like really close, and she's kind of like a little sister to me. So
That's great. And I was thinking also, I mean, I know pageant, like you say, pageant, you're doing all these different things, but is there any money involved? Do you win any kind of money doing this?
yes, so there is money involved because it kind of is a job. So at the end of Mule Week, we do get paid. So that's good.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty cool. Then. Yeah,
nice.
it's always good to look good and get paid for
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
So I've been looking forward to this question since I started. I knew you were coming to the show. I watched wrestling growing up.
Okay.
Okay. Now, every wrestler, when they come out, they have this awesome intro song.
Yeah, yeah.
So what would be your entrance song for you coming on stage? What would it be?
Okay, so it's not really upbeat, but if you listen to the words, it's got like a good meaning. Okay, so I did this for 4 years before I won it. And, in previous years, I felt like, I would plan for an entire year for this one day, like, when's it going to be my turn? When's it going to be my turn? So the song is called The Bones by Maren Morris, and it talks about when the bones are good, the rest doesn't matter.
I know that song.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's a good song.
Pretty cool.
Talks about having a firm foundation, and when the bones are good, the rest doesn't matter. So I think that song really speaks to me just because, I worked at it, and I came back year after year until it was my turn. So, yeah.
I was thinking of like a heavy rock song,
To get you hyped up, ready.
rap or rock, whichever one. All right. So when the crown comes off, like, who is Ava?
So I am currently working to get my teaching degree.
Okay.
So I'm working every day at E.A. Cox Middle School, and I'm coaching girls basketball there. That's a little fun fact about me. I have always had the passion for children and just teaching them. My biggest thing with those girls is, we have lots of room to grow in the game, and I think that's anywhere. But what I try to instill in them the most is that, aside from on the court, I want you to be better women. I want you to be better people, and I want you to be able to go out into this world and be successful.
Life
So,
lessons, yeah. That's a great thing to hear coming from want to be a teacher and being as a coach, because life lessons is a long run.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's the whole reason you do it. It's funny you talk about you're wanting to be a teacher. I was talking to your stepdad, Mr. Barry, and he told me that you wanted to be a police officer.
He wants me.
Oh, he wants you to be. He said you'd be a good one.
Follow your dreams.
Do you have a mean bone in your body?
Yeah. Yes, I do.
Well, you got to have a little
gotta-
bit as a teacher.
Yeah, that's
My
true.
wife was a teacher for 5 years, so I know how it was when she was a teacher. So
You got to
I
have
have
some
to
time.
say, I am pretty tough.
Are you?
There was a time period where I was like, I could see myself being like a police officer or state trooper, but my calling is kids, and I just
awesome.
that's where I feel comfortable.
I think it's probably a much better calling. Awesome. All right, so let's move on. What advice could you give to young girls who wanted to be where you stand today as the Mule Day Queen?
Advice I would give is I would say to just be you, because I feel like there was a time in this whole pageant thing where I would watch other girls and I would watch other girls win, and I'd be like, then that's what I need to do. Then that's what I need to do. But honestly, This year was the least planning I ever did. And I walked in there and I was like, I'm just going to be Ava. And I was like at the place in my life where I was like, you know, I'm okay if this isn't my year either. Like, I'm good with that. I'm just going to be me. And if I win at being me, then that's great. And so, you know, I think my biggest thing is don't try to fit a mold. Don't try to conform to someone else's win or someone else's. Just be you. Be you.
It's good advice for
that's
anything
great.
Yeah.
in life, for sure. All right. So I know that I know there's a competitiveness, you know, when you're, you know, competing against, you know, all these girls. How many of them? Are there 10? Or how
So
many?
every year it differs.
Okay.
My first year there was 14 of us.
Oh, wow.
And then my next year there was 11 or 12, and then there was 10, and then this year there was 5. So.
Okay. All right. So, like, what is, and I could be wrong on this because I haven't done many pageants, but is there like a rivalry or a certain type of
What's the movie called?
competitive?
Miss Keno. I can't
Oh,
say.
with Miss Congeniality.
Yeah.
Well, she was a police officer though. So.
Yeah, she was.
But like, I know y'all get along, but is there like a rivalry against, you know, because you want to win?
Yeah.
I mean, that's just human nature.
It's gonna be a hater somewhere.
yeah,
Somewhere.
I'm sure.
So I can't say that doesn't happen, okay? Right. But what I will say about the Mule Day pageant is that day is so much and so stressful that honestly, like me personally, maybe someone else has a different opinion. Me personally, like I really don't even have time to be like worried about someone else just because like the whole morning part is so stressful and you're worried about your interview and your speech and all the things. But I will say, I mean, there is times and there is, you know, people who get up there and their mamas come back there and there is all that like, oh, let's see what dress she's got on. Let's see what she's wearing, or let's hear her speech. I wonder what, you know, so there is that. But I will say the Mule Day pageant is very different from any other pageant.
Yeah. What does it mean? What does it mean to you? Like, you won the pageant, you did it for a few years, and this is your first time winning, correct?
Yes, sir.
So, all that years of hard work, not winning, and then you win this year. What does that mean to you on a personal level?
It's big to me. It's big to me because, you know, you just see the growth. I see the growth in myself. Like, I have videos of like my speeches from my first years and like going back and watching myself and then watching this year. Like, I had a whole speech planned and it's good to try to memorize it and, you know, whatever. But, you know, it looks better when you don't have note cards. So most of us go in there and that's what we do. But this year, I'm going to be real honest. I walked in there with a speech that I had prepared like a week before that. And I was standing up there and I was like, got through the first paragraph, memorized it, good. Got to the second paragraph, and then I was like, really loud, and I was like, okay, that's embarrassing. So then I was like, third paragraph, completely lost it. So I closed the book, because I had a book, and I'll tell you about that in a second, but I had a book. I closed the book, and I was like, just started talking about what I know. And what I know next. And you see in the video, like, my shoulders are super up tense at first when I'm talking and da-da-da-da. And then I just, like, when I start talking, relax. I drop my shoulders, I relax, and I just become myself. And so, I mean, it was huge just to know that I did it and I was completely myself. Like, none of it was fake.
Yeah. That's awesome. So I know my wife fusses at me all the time because she'll watch the podcast. She's like, you said this many times.
It kills my mom too.
It's a hard thing to break.
It is.
Stuck really for a second.
It's like is the word that transitions you into your next sentence.
Yes.
You know, your brain's processing, because my brain's not that fast apparently. So I say a lot.
That's the Alabama hat, man.
I do it when I start to, like before I'm like, you've asked me like questions and I've been like,
That's okay. This is a THEKHSQUARED show. You can say whatever you want on here.
So I got a question.
It is.
So, you know, it's Mule Day, and you got the pageants, and I always see the pictures with y'all standing by mules or horses or whatever. Is there anybody in the pageant that can actually ride a horse or a mule?
Yeah, so we have had horses, and so I do know how to ride.
Okay.
And then a lot of us do, actually. I would say, you have your years where, they just come to do the pageant, not really like the mule side of things.
Yeah.
But that's kind of what comes with it. So there are years that it's, less than not. But I feel like this year is more of a heavier sided year as far as the Queen and Court, with girls who know what they're doing with mules and horses and all the things. So
that's good.
Nice. What kind of horse did you have? Do you remember?
Quarter horses.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you barrel race or anything? Or
No, I started that, but at the same time I was, doing basketball and travel basketball, and Dad was like, "You got to pick something." Yeah. So like we can't be doing all this.
Yeah, that's a lot. All right, so I want you to be honest.
Okay.
So what is a funny or unexpected thing that's ever happened to you, either on stage or like backstage, like tripping? Have you tripped on stage?
No, so I haven't tripped, and this didn't necessarily happen at the Mule Day pageant, but for some reason, I was like 16. It was like the fair pageant right after my very first year competing in the Mule Day pageant. And that, when you do an onstage question and you draw out things like your question out of a bowl, I had got on this kick where where in the bio is asking you, where to describe yourself or something. And I got on this kick with saying I'm a leader. I'm a leader. So I had put that on my bio sheet, and then funny enough, I drew a question: what is a leader? And I don't know. I looked out into the audience, the most simple question. I said I'm one of those, that kind of thing. I look out into the audience and I'm like, a leader is, and I was like, oh my gosh. And I went back and I was like, I'm never doing it. My mom was red in the face, she was so embarrassed, had secondhand embarrassment. And I was like, this is awful. So that was kind of embarrassing, but
I couldn't do it. I'm glad there's not an audience here tonight, because I'd be red. I'd be awkward. It's easier when we can edit it out.
Yeah.
If we say something dumb or pause, we can fix it.
There'll be a lot of that.
I don't know how y'all do it. Like when we went to the theater when you won, and of course I was there with my family, and them dresses, them gowns, and walking in them.
Yeah.
Ain't no way I'd trip and fall on my face.
And fun fact, she can tell you a little more about it, but Finley tore her ACL literally a month before the pageant.
Oh man.
So and she loves this and she's here for it, and so she was like, I'm doing the pageant. And she came in and at that meeting and had the brace on and sent me a picture of her stitches and all, and I was like, I don't know how in the world she's going to do this, but she was bound and determined, and girl, did she do it. She did it. And so she was walking, you couldn't tell, but in that dress, underneath that dress, she had a brace from her ankle to her hip.
Dedication.
And for those that don't know, Finley Keeling, is that right?
Yes.
She's on the other side of the camera. She'll be interviewing here in a little bit. She was the first runner-up. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So if we say her name, hear her name, that's why. All right. So is there anything that you want to tell the public or tell the world, anything at all about being a Mule Day Queen or about who you are?
Yeah, so I would like to hit on this for a minute. So I wish y'all could see these speeches. It's a big deal. So this year I did I had a whiteboard, I was a teacher, and a big rolling whiteboard, and the theme for Mule Day is red, white, and mules. And so I had it color coordinated, notes on the board, but I also made a book, a student handbook, and it's called Little Shoulders, Big Legacies. And inside, the red page talks about the history and why it's important. The white was your five senses: see, smell, taste, hear, and it's they can write in it. So I went to schools. I've gone to elementary schools and handed these books out and explained everything. And, what I want them to see inside of this is that, a lot of these kids in Murray County don't know. They don't know. They might have been to the parade when they were really little, but they don't remember it. And my biggest thing is, if we don't instill this in the younger generation, then it'll die off. And that's what I don't want to happen. So my biggest thing was really going into these schools, giving them these booklets and like where they could color a mule. And we did a coloring contest at Mount Pleasant Elementary School for who could color the best mule. And we talked about all the things. And then, it has like a little part where it had a pledge to like love your community, to be involved. And like they wrote their name in it and it was cute.
Oh, yeah. It's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
All right. So I got a fun thing for you to do.
Okay.
All right. You can't cheat.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to ask you a list of questions.
Okay.
And I want you to just say the first thing that comes to your head.
Oh, gosh.
Okay. This is called the rapid fire segment. All
Okay.
right?
All right.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Yep.
All right. Steak or chicken?
Steak.
Heels or sneakers?
Sneakers.
Favorite song?
I don't know.
Clock's ticking.
Um,
Anything. First thing comes to your head.
First thing.
I don't know. Little Country Boys by Luke Combs.
Okay. One word to describe yourself.
A leader.
Dream job.
A teacher.
Ocean or lake?
Lake.
Chocolate or vanilla?
Chocolate.
Coffee or energy drink?
I'm a both, but energy drink.
Movie or TV show?
TV show.
Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
Very good. So interesting. So, man, we greatly appreciate you coming on the show. It was great getting to meet you. And, we saw you win. It was awesome.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine what was going through your head. What was going through your head?
Honestly, like, I don't know. Like, it was just me and her holding hands in that moment, me and Finley. And I was like, I honestly didn't know. I really seriously thought that Finley had it. Like, I heard her, because after I answered my question, I was behind the curtains, but I was before Finley. So Finley came after. So I did hear her answer to her question. I was like, she nailed it. And so we were standing there, and I'm like, it's her, it's her, it's her. And then, like, they said that she was the first runner-up, and they called, and I don't know, it was just, like, raw. And, like, there's, like, the guy taking the pictures, like, of me, and I was just, like, I'd put my hands down here first, and I, like, started to, like, be hysterical, mouth wide open. They're not very attractive.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I don't know. It was just, it took me a second to really realize, like, that I had just won.
Yeah.
Like, at first, I don't really think that it, like,
It happened.
yeah.
You
I
was
don't
in
know.
shock.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be an experience. I think anytime I've ever seen a pageant or somebody win first place, it's always the same response, It's either they fall to the floor or they start crying,
Yeah.
It's a lot of emotion, a lot of hard
Yeah.
work goes into that. All right, well, thank you so much. We
Yeah, thank you.
appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
First runner-up is contestant number 4, Finley Keeler. Your 2026 Mule Day Queen, Ava Sykes.
Joining me now is Finley Keeling, and she's my first runner-up, but also my little bestie.
Welcome to the show, Finley.
You're welcome.
Thank
All right, so first runner-up, right?
Yes, sir.
What was your emotion when they announced the winner? Because I know y'all are friends and don't be fighting.
No, we definitely knew that it was going to be a tough one this year because we had really great competition, but we just kept saying, I just hope it's between me and you. I hope it's between me and you. And at that point, I really didn't care who got it because
Right.
I was going to be happy no matter what, because it is my best friend and I want the best for her. So honestly, we were just hugging saying, it doesn't matter. We got what we want. So it was just a whirlwind of emotions, but I'm honestly really happy for her. So I know I have more years to do it, and her years were dwindling down. So
Well, when you say dwindling down, what's the cutoff age?
25. It was 21?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 21, and
Oh.
they changed it to 25 this year. So
15
Yeah.
to 25. So that's a big gap.
Man, that is.
Yeah.
I mean, somebody who's practically a grown adult can compete against some high school students.
Yeah.
Wow, that seems a little
Yeah.
unfair.
Yep. Somebody who's already been all the way through college against
Yeah.
somebody who's a junior in high school. It's
Who was the
a big
oldest
difference.
in this year's pageant? Do you remember?
Gracie English, she's the second runner-up, and I think she's 23.
Okay.
So
The youngest was 15, though. We did have
yeah,
15.
we had a
Oh, wow.
15-year-old.
Nice.
That's a big confidence booster for her, though,
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure.
to go with y'all, you know.
For sure.
Yeah, 15-year-old me would not have been on stage in front of a bunch of people. Like, this is pushing it at 36.
Yeah.
But she's great. Layla is great. She's young, but you know, when she talks, she really doesn't seem like it. So
She's powerful.
she's got a good head on her shoulders.
Wow, that's awesome to see. All right, so Finley, who are you? Where did you come from?
Well, I was also born and raised here in Columbia, but I went to Callioca the first half of my life, and I lived in Columbia. And then I moved to CA my 5th grade year to be closer to home. And then that same year, we also moved to Callioca, so it didn't really make a whole lot of sense. And then my 8th grade year, I moved back to Callioca because agriculture is my big thing, and they didn't offer FFA at CA, so I
Right.
just actually walked across the stage to get my state degree in FFA this past week. So
Oh, that's
Cool.
great.
it's kind of a big deal, and it's all that I've wanted to accomplish. So
Oh, nice. And what inspired you to be the Mule Day pageant? Is this your first year?
no, this is actually my
Okay.
second year.
Second
Last
year.
year I was second runner-up.
Okay.
But I just honestly, we're probably gonna hear a lot of the same answers because
Yeah,
we're
that's
the same
fine.
person. But it's just the community. I have always had a love for the community. I'm also not a pageant girl at all, but the pageants that I will do is the fair pageant and the Mule Day pageant. But that's only because I want to
Yeah.
be a big leader in my community, and I believe that we need young leaders now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Are you going to do it again next year?
for sure, yeah.
Are
Well,
you-
it seemed like she going from second runner, first
Yeah.
runner. Maybe
One
she
more
got
year.
it next
See,
year.
I was fourth runner-up all
Okay.
3 years. I
Yeah.
placed my first year. I placed my second year. Fourth runner-up, fourth runner-up. I couldn't get out of that fourth runner-up spot. Fourth runner-up to Queen. So,
Dang, you didn't. You just jumped right on up there.
yeah.
Are you competing? Are you allowed to compete next year? Since you
No.
won this- Okay.
So once you win it, you're done.
Okay.
So you kind of go down in history.
It's kind of like a lifelong title.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of cool seeing the lady the night you won. That was like 80-something years old or 70-something who won. I forget the year she won it in.
Yeah.
But that would have been a time to have been around.
And this,
You know, back
I'm
then.
the 125th Mule Day Queen.
Wow.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Do they have a book or anything with everybody's picture in it?
Yes,
Like a
and
yearbook or
even at
something.
the Mule Day office, they've got pictures. Not every single picture, but all the pictures since they really started doing the pictures of the Queen in court with the mules
Okay.
at Picture Day. They've got them along the wall, and they need to do some updating. We're missing a few, but they do have them. It is really cool. And
Awesome.
actually, at the Visitors Bureau, they have a list since the from the very first one. All 125.
That's right here across the street. Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw their sign. They had it up. Says "Welcome to Mule Day." Pretty neat. So Finley, what's the hardest part of competing in these pageants? I'm gonna ask you a lot of the similar questions that we asked Ava here, but what was the hardest part for you?
The hardest part for me was honestly just getting up there and doing it. I can do the whole public speaking thing because that's kind of my thing, but just getting up there in front of everybody, just walking in a
Yeah.
dress is just not really what I ever anticipated. But if I wanted to be where I am today with the title and being there during the week, you got to pay for it with wearing the dress. So
Right.
it was just kind of, I don't know. I guess that's just the hardest thing was just getting up there in the dress and walking. And this year it was literally walking in the dress.
Oh, I bet.
It was, you couldn't really tell, but I was tripping a bunch because my brace was still locked and I couldn't really move a whole lot. So
And she was bound and determined. She was like, I'm going to get this brace off, and not only am I going to get it off, before I get it off, I'm going to get it to a whole 90 degrees. And she walks in, and she's like, I can bend my, and I'm like, stop doing that. Like, at rehearsal.
Save it,
Like,
save it,
she's
yeah.
like, I'm like, Lord, she scared me, and I'm not even the one with a torn ACL.
Oh, yeah.
I was in the middle of the basketball
You
game,
can see your
and
scars.
yeah, I see my scars. But I went down, and I knew it. I knew something was wrong, and I knew it was bad. And I went back to the locker room. My mom rushed down there, and I was like, Mom, just let me go back in the game. But the first thing I asked was, are you still going to let me do Mule Day? And obviously that wasn't up to her. It was up to my doctors.
Sure.
But she was like, well, we're going to do everything in our powers to let you do this. So that was on December 12th. It was actually on homecoming night. And then I had my surgery on January 20th, and the pageant was February 21st.
Oh, wow.
So it was literally
Wow.
a month later, and I had my surgery, and I tore my MPFL and my meniscus. So
So let me ask you this: since you had that accident, is there a lot of walking with the pageant?
well, I mean, yeah, we were up all day, and I wore heels both times. I was bound and determined to put those heels on and wear them, and they were like 2 inches, and obviously I don't walk in heels every day, so the only time I ever put on heels is when I absolutely have to. I don't even wear jeans most days, so it was just definitely rough, but you're literally up all the time. But I upped my physical therapy, did way more than I probably should have, but even now I'm about to start playing ball in a week, so the recovery time's supposed to be like 4 to 6 months, and I'm back in like 3 months.
Oh
but-
yeah, you wasn't playing.
Yeah, no, no.
You're going to play again?
Mm-hmm.
I have some
it's not fun.
commitment.
That's
Well, they
good,
told
yeah.
me, they said, well, I'll let you go back and play, but when you get on base, you have to promise me you won't slide. And I was like, I promise you don't have to worry about that anyway, because I'm never going to slide in my life. So, yep.
So I know you said something about the agricultural thing at Culleoka. So are you more of a country girl, or are you like a fashion?
Pretty girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you call them?
What do you call them?
Girly girl.
Girly girl. Yeah.
I'd definitely say I'm more on the western side. I mean, I
Okay.
wasn't really raised on a farm, but that's kind of always been my thing growing up. So
I mean, if
it's what I've always been passionate about. But, I've never been the type to own horses. I mean, we got chickens and ducks, but
Yeah.
I actually just bought 2 new ducks today. But
Yeah, she sent me a picture and was like an impulsive buy, and it was
Oh,
like
no.
ducks. Like, and I was like, Finley, what are we doing?
Now, what you get the ducks for though?
oh, just because.
Just because, just to have. So you got a
Just
pond
something
and
else
all
on my
that.
hands. Yes, we do have a pond.
What's-
Do you allow people to fish that pond?
Yeah, we do.
Hey, all right, we'll
Special
talk after the
access.
show.
Yeah. What's
All right, so let's get back on track here. So if you could have an entry song like the WWE wrestling thing, what would be your song when you come out on stage?
I don't know.
Come on now. Can be anything you want.
be honest?
I can't say anything bad.
No, it's okay.
I don't know. Seriously. What's the song?
So, Finley, as first runner up, what advice could you give girls that maybe didn't win the head prize, or what could you tell them?
I'd definitely say just keep going and just be yourself, honestly. And that's the biggest thing of advice I think anybody could give. And I think that's why we say the same thing, because you can literally go up there and rehearse all you want, but at the end of the day, you have no idea what they're going to go up there and ask
Right.
you. And you have no idea what you're going to be up against. And honestly, you can't fake it and then be there during the week and act like you're this person that you were for 6 days or 3 days or 5 days, or even since the pageant for the whole year. Like, you literally have to be yourself, and if you're not cut out for it, then that's
It'll show.
okay, but it's going to show. So,
Yeah, for sure. And believe it or not, I'm sure I know y'all know this, but a lot of people in the audience can tell. Like, even if I don't know you, but she's not being herself.
see, I watched my pageant my whole life, and obviously the morning of, which is the interviews and the speeches, are just in front of the girls, and then the interviews are just in front of the judges. So there's a lot of it you don't see, and interviews are 40% of your score, and speeches are 20% of your score, and then your walk and your appearance is 20, and then your onstage question is 20. So really the night of is only 40% of your score, and you don't know how you did or how anybody else did. So I don't know, it's just you
I
just
think it
gotta go
makes
up there
sense.
and be yourself, and if you're fake, it's gonna show, and it's gonna show
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot.
And now, I don't know how much you can comment on, but like the judges,
That's what I was thinking. Like,
what do they judge you on? Grammar, or just like saying
Walking.
Yeah.
So
Honestly, it's different every year.
yeah, so I will say they have a very, I don't really know how they pick judges, but I will say they have a very broad way of doing it. Like, I will say my first year, there was a lady like from Italy that had only been
Oh, wow.
in the country for like a year or two. Her English wasn't great, but it was good because, you know, they asked us questions in the interview. Like, if you were telling somebody that wasn't from here about Mule Day, what would you say? Stuff like that. And she really wasn't from here. So it was a good judge on, you know,
On
someone
that
who
question.
knows
She couldn't
nothing.
be biased.
Right. And so, you know, a lot of times they'll have a past queen that's like so far past that they wouldn't know
you.
any, you know, and then you'll have a random like accountant or maybe a hairstylist or,
That's
you know,
pretty
so
cool.
I would say that they do have a good mix
Yeah.
of judges. They always figure out how to have like somebody that knows about Mule Day in some sort of way, someone that knows nothing, and someone that knows the more fashion side of it. So
I think one of the judges, Hughes, you weren't there, but she was a producer or something for Candace Owens.
yeah,
Yes.
Oh, that's pretty
Yeah,
good.
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, Candace,
So-
well, she in Nashville, so yeah.
I should have met with her and talked to her about the podcast, but I didn't.
Yeah. Well, I think another thing is like whenever you're doing your speeches, there could be something, or even in your interview, something you say and you could connect to one of the judges more. And I think that that's with anything. If you're being judged, then it's really hard not to bring any personal connections into
Yeah.
it. So somebody could have picked Ava as a queen, and somebody could have picked fourth runner-up as a queen. So it's
Right.
really just being yourself and what they all can end up agreeing on.
Right.
Because the
I
score sheets could be
wouldn't-
completely different.
Yeah, I wouldn't want that job. No. 'Cause I would
See,
not.
see a person just, break their heart, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Some of them.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, that's part of competing. You got to be able to lose well.
yeah.
You know, but
Good sportsmanship.
And I will say that is tough. That is tough.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, any loss is tough, but I just feel it to my core because that first year I was happy to place, but then that second year I was like, I've got it. I've seen it. I've seen girls who have come back year after year after year and done it. And I was like, now I know what to expect after the first year. So I spent a year planning, and like my ideas just got bigger and bigger. And I came back and I was like, I walked out of interview my second year and I was like, that was really great. I don't know if I'll win, but I'll maybe move up a place or
Yeah.
something. And then back to fourth runner up again. And so then that next year I was like, okay, I've got to change it up. So I went completely different, plan for a year, just to be fourth runner up again. So I was definitely taught how to be patient, but still, it is frustrating, but to sit in my patience and realize like that I just need to be myself and not try to be something I'm not.
And I will say, she was like calling me the week before. We obviously talk all the time, but she was like, I'm just going to be Ava. And she really was not kidding whenever she said that earlier. That is literally what she told me multiple times. Is, I'm just going to go in there and be Ava. And whether I have it or not, that's okay. But
yeah. I mean, it worked.
It did, yeah.
Yeah.
I got a question on, so the dresses. It's dresses, right?
yeah.
So, how do y'all pick that? And another question, how much does it usually cost?
Oh boy.
goodness.
So there is no like certain guidelines about dresses or anything like that. I mean, obviously, I will say that, you know, representing Mule Day and going out into that pageant, you know, you everyone has the same idea as far as like, it's more conservative. It's not like a showy kind of deal. And so we all just kind of pick the style, what fits us best. Some of us, you know, wear what we've got, you know, had from past year because they are expensive. They range anywhere from, you know, a couple $100 on a Facebook Marketplace sale that you just happen to find and it fits great to a couple $1,000s. So it does get expensive, or you search enough and you find the right deals, because I will say I only bought a dress one time.
All right, so y'all
never-
gonna tell y'all prices on y'all dresses?
Well, actually, my dress that I wore this year is the one that I bought to wear last year. And it's been sitting in the closet. But I think I got it from Brits Downtown, which is actually where I work at. I got it from there for $400 maybe. It was on sale.
Golly.
Yeah, but it was on sale. Like, it's like an
On
$800
sale.
dress. Yeah. And my mom was like, okay, this is definitely gut-wrenching, but it's a good price. So we bought it because I kind of wanted to get into doing the fair pageant and Mule Day pageant. But this year, I wore that, and last year I think my dress was $850,
Ooh,
and
yeah,
I'm never gonna
grief.
wear it again. Like it is insane, but I mean,
But you doing it for a
you
good
gotta
cause.
pay it. Yeah, you don't really have another choice unless you want somebody else's dress.
Well, my wife is the queen of thrift shopping, so
Oh, we love us some Goodwill. Don't put that past us.
Yeah,
Actually,
my
my
niece
shoes
does
are
too.
from Goodwill that I have on right now.
hey, ain't nothing wrong with it. That's for sure.
I think my first dress was $400 to $500. I bought that in Nashville, and then my second dress I found on Facebook Marketplace from a girl that was on the homecoming court at Alabama.
Oh, roll tide.
She
No.
sold that to me for $550, and then this last year I wore almost a $2,000 dress.
Woo. That's a lot of money.
Y'all talk about dresses. My niece, she bought her prom dress and it was $500.
Yeah,
That's
I was
insane.
like-
Oh yeah, I just got
I was
mine,
like,
and I.
Good job.
and you have two girls, so
I
just
know.
Yeah, just be ready.
you better
for
be
it.
stacking that pocket, buddy.
And get ready for them weddings too, man.
Yeah.
Weddings is one thing. But, I mean, I'm hoping they'll turn more country and like hunter fish. You know, because then I can
but they're
justify.
still gonna go to prom.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but they're also gonna want to do the Mule Day pageant. So
I don't know. We'll see.
you never know.
I don't know. I'm gonna need a second job. I'm hoping the podcast takes off, then I start getting paid.
Yeah, there's 3 of us in my household, 3 girls and 1 boy. My dad is like, oh.
Or
my
now you know
goodness.
people, so like, you know,
Yeah.
when they grow up, you can be like,
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah, actually,
buy
in
this
the parade.
dress off you,
Yeah,
borrow
in the
this
parade,
dress
I'm
off
wearing
you.
her dress that she wore in one of the pageants.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, the white
Yeah.
one. I forgot about that
So
one.
they can
Yeah.
be reused, but
And I have a really great seamstress and a lady that she really makes my vision come to life. Like, I took that white dress to her and I was like, I like it, but I don't love it and I don't know what it needs. And she's like, let's just do this, this, and this, and adds this sparkly train piece on the back and fixes the straps and does all this. And I'm like, now it's beautiful. I love it. So,
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. And I've pretty much just come to terms with it, and I'm like, yeah, it is what it is. I mean, I make sure there's money in the bank account, and then they take care of the
Hey,
rest.
that's right.
But
I'm actually surprised y'all wear white dress. I
well,
thought it'd be like a different color or something.
you can wear any color you want. I mean, I don't think there's a color anybody hasn't worn, honestly. I think, like, my cousin did the pageant. She was queen one year, and I think one year she wore, like, it was a new dress, but it wasn't actually, like, new, but it just had, like, a bunch of white flowers on it. And it was
okay.
just, like, there's literally everything you could wear. But I say white dress because she's wearing red this year, and we're all wearing white. So,
yeah. So on the float, they're going to wear white and I'm going to
Okay.
wear red. And normally, they don't, like, it's all up to me, like your choice, like the queen's choice of what you want the queen and court to wear. But in past years, like, it kind of became a thing for the queen to wear white and for the girls to wear a color. But I'm switching it up, and I'm going to wear the color, and they're going to wear white this year. So
that's pretty cool. So speaking of that, it's Mule Week 2026. What is the itinerary? What does it look like for y'all Monday through Mule Day?
So on Monday, we go to the Capitol.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and we'll go on the floor and invite the House of Representatives to Mule Day. So I'll do that with like a speech. And then Tuesday, we do have an off day. Wednesday, we'll ride the wagon train all day and then go back to the park and we have a fish fry.
it's the best day.
It
Oh,
is.
man.
The fish fry is good. That's where it's at.
Y'all need to invite the KH2 you know?
And then on Thursday, we have a lot of shows, a lot of handing out ribbons. And that day is also the day of the little girls pageant.
Yeah.
But this year, because of the storms, we're just going to go ahead and do it at Central. Because we were doing it in the park, but it scares the little girls. And
It
it's
never
too,
fails.
Never.
Yeah. So it's just too much of a hassle, and then we had to do it the next day, and it was a whole thing, like finish the pageant the next day, and it kind of caused some chaos. So this year we're just going to eliminate that and go straight on over and do it at Central.
Yeah.
Then Friday, we have a bunch more shows and live music and, the bluegrass music. We have the auction, and that's fun because I'll get to go up there and do a little
Oh wow.
25. Can I get a
Oh,
25?
you do?
And we hold up the items, and that's fun. And we'll just be at the park, and then Saturday that morning we normally meet, like us girls meet at Central parking lot at 7:30 to 7:45, like dressed and ready to go in our dresses and everything. And then we normally we had been taking the Muletown trolley, but now that grant's up And there is no
yeah.
Muletown trolley. I don't know. I think maybe a bus or a van or something will take us from Central, because we park our cars there just because it's so hard to
Yeah.
get. Then we go over here to the Memorial Building and do the pancake breakfast. And we talk, take some pictures there, eat some good pancakes. And then we go from there over to Vest Hall at CA.
Yeah, I've been there a couple of years. Yeah.
And we take a ton of pictures there. And then we go from Vest Hall over to the start of the parade and get on the float. So
And then after the parade, is it over? Like
no,
you're just done? Or?
no. So we take the float all the way back to the park. We get off of the float, and that's why we leave our cars there, because we leave our jeans and our button ups in our car.
Changing a little closet in the Mule Day office.
Yep,
Yeah,
we change in the Mule Day office in a little closet, and then we have a ton of shows that day. We crown King Mule that day. There's a bunch of stuff.
Goodness.
We do a lot of shows and eat a bunch of food and a bunch of fried Oreos, deep fried Oreos.
Those are the best.
So yeah,
Goodness.
so
Yeah. Well, that's exciting. Are you pumped up about it?
I am. This year they are taking Sunday away. We normally did church service, and my grandfather actually led music in the church service at the park. So that was kind of like a big thing for me. I was like, they're taking Sunday away. It kind of sucks. But, and we had shows that day too, but they're going to try to do just Thursday through Saturday this year.
Okay.
So we'll see.
Well, it'll be exciting. I'll keep an eye out for you. I'll yell at you. Well, thank you so much for being here. Kenneth, you got anything else you want to?
It's just cool that we get to find out all this different information about that, because I had no clue about it. I thought, when you say float, I thought y'all used to ride on the back of the car. So they don't do that no more?
Well, in the Christmas parade is more just like the back of a float. But in the Mule Day parade, we got I think, is it Saturday? Yeah, Saturday morning, we're all going to go decorate like the big trailer. It's like a float.
It's like a
and we're gonna
trailer.
ride on it.
It's an old trailer. It's had some repairs, some wood split and all things, but it's got like a fencing around it, I guess. And we put a piece like skirting. That's the right word. We put skirting around the bottom, and then they leave it. Also, my sign like with my name on it, the Mule Day Queen sign, and then that's on both sides, and then they leave it up to the queen of like what decorations you want to do.
Oh, wow.
So there's like flower pots, and we get to pick our arrangement of flowers and what decorations we want on it.
That's
and
pretty
so
cool.
You get to put your own little touch on it, because every queen is different and has different tastes. So it's kind of cool to see the different years.
Yeah, that is cool.
Yeah.
It's an old trailer, but it definitely carries a lot of meanings because it's carried a lot of queens and courts. But
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
wow.
funny because we'll all be out there pulling the staples out of it from last year.
Yeah,
I
they
mean, it
leave for
literally
some
takes-
reason. We leave the once it's done, and we leave the skirting on. We come back the next year, like this Saturday, we're gonna go, and the old skirting's gonna be on it. We're gonna have to rip that off, pull all the staples out, and start
wow.
over.
Make sure all
So,
the screws are tight in the chairs, nobody flips
Yeah.
out.
So y'all do all of that?
Yes,
Oh, wow.
we do.
Yeah, they got to use some of the muscles. It ain't all about the looks.
This is true. This is true.
Oh man, well, that's pretty cool. I said y'all are the first pageant queens we've ever had on the show. So
Maybe we'll start a tradition here.
that would be my
Y'all
goal.
will
Is
grow
every
and
Mule
then-
Day we'll
Yeah,
have the
yeah.
Mule Day Queen for sure. And I know, how many interviews or appearances have you made so far?
Oh
Since the
gosh,
show?
I don't even know the count, but I've been on it. I have to say, like, I got crowned and I hit the ground running that next week. Like after I was crowned, not even a week.
It was a few days.
A few days. We had dinner with like the directors and all the girls, and then a couple days later, I started at my first school with my book.
Oh dang!
Yeah,
So it's just nonstop.
yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's pretty
But
cool.
you do interviews, but you talk to people about it all the time. So
So you probably
people
have dreams
recognize you.
talking about it.
yeah, yeah, people recognize you. I was actually literally in Gatlinburg at FFA convention, and there was people that would come up to me and be like, "Were you on the Mule Day court?" And I'm like, it kind of catches you off guard because I mean I'm across the state, and you're asking me if
That's pretty cool.
I was something from my little hometown. So it's a big deal for sure.
Well, y'all have to do us a favor, and we got you on the show now. We know Mule Day's about Mule Day, but every time you talk to somebody big, you need to mention the K Squared Show.
Okay.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Kenny and Mike.
Well, again, thank y'all so much for being here. We had a blast. It's always cool to find out new things. But Finley, do you have anything to tell the world since this was your interview side?
No, I just say be yourself and move forward no matter what happens, no matter what anybody thinks. Be yourself, because at the end of the day, they're not going to matter. So.
That's right. Well, thank y'all so much for watching. Remember to like, comment, and share. Please subscribe to the channel. It really helps us out. And we hope everybody watching this enjoys Mule Day, 2026 Mule Day. And if you see us out there, you see Ava or Finley, holler at them and tell them you saw them on the show. Y'all have a good night.
It's been one of those months, y'all know what I'm talking about.